Black, the almighty black tax. There's no house, there's no car. Immediately, he had a heart attack and he died at that spot. See, you cannot solve everybody's problem. It's not possible for you to solve everybody's problem. I don't have this, I don't have this. And immediately, I started feeling guilty that, Titi, you have 10,000 pounds in your account. Why can't you help these people? I don't know, this kind of guilt just came inside me. And hi guys, welcome to another episode of Unpacking Abroad with your girl, Titi Lola. On today's episode of Unpacking Abroad, we'll be talking about black tax. Black, the almighty black tax. So let us check the meaning of black tax before we dive right into it. Black tax is referred to a money that black workers, especially professionals and others with higher income, give to their parents, siblings, or other family members and friends, often out of obligation or a deeply sense of family responsibility. I wrote a lot of things down here because I've read a lot about black tax and I've had my personal experience when it comes to black tax too. I ask questions from a lot of people when it comes to black tax too, and people have been telling me their experiences. And honestly, I really don't know why people are suffering from this thing, because I feel it is a choice. Or is it a must? Did they put rope on your neck that you must do it? Anyways, before we dive right into the video, I have a video from Tyler Perry. He's one of my favorite actors, and I'm going to play it for you guys. It talks about black tax too. So let's go.
First year I made money, I went from being dead broke. I was 28 years old. I made $130,000. I was like, oh my God, $130,000. Got to the end of the year, had nothing to pay my taxes because I'd given it all away.
Wow.
I had so much guilt that I'd given it to all family, all friends. Next year, I think I made $1.5 million. Same thing happened again. Next year, I made $7 million. Same thing happened again. Because I had so much guilt because I had, and I think this is something that we as black people carry because of what we've been through. And when you have, you think, oh my God, I need to bring everybody else up with me. That's a beautiful thought, but in the beginning, that's bullshit. Take that out of your mind, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a boat that can help you get from this place to that place so that you can get a bigger boat and you can only take 2 or 3 people, don't let everybody on that boat.
So about this particular video, I have my own personal story to tell, and this is not even me making things up. I got to the UK about almost 3 years now, and when I first got to the UK, I got my first job almost immediately. I got like a really good job with good pay almost immediately. Though it's care and support. I had like 2 jobs I was doing, and as in God just favored me, and I didn't have any issues when it comes to looking for jobs. Maybe because my mother is here, so she already got my first job for me. My second job I got it myself, and I was getting paid well. And I kid you not, as I was getting my income, I had like a target for myself that my first year of being in the UK, I want to save like personal savings apart from spending and every other thing. I want to have a personal savings of £10,000. And I know that I can do it because right from Nigeria, I've always been a very hardworking person. I had my businesses. Like when it comes to money, I really I'm disciplined when it comes to saving and spending. I can say it about myself, but not always. But then I try to be very disciplined when it comes to my savings and my spending. My first year of being in the UK, I said I was going to save my personal savings of £10,000, which is very possible. It is very possible. And after about a year and few months, I was able to save the £10,000. I kid you not, that I saved it in my Moneybox app because I was getting interest. I didn't just put it in my bank account. After saving that kind of money, and I was actually very low key my first year of being in the UK. I was low key because I was passing through a lot, like personally, school, relationship, like everything was getting to me, and I was just low key when I first entered the UK. And my second year, I was feeling myself back, and I felt like, okay, let me just put myself out there. That was number one mistake I made. And when I was out there again and I started posting on my Instagram, of course, people will reach out to you, babe, what's up now? We've not seen you in a long time. Hope you're fine. I'm fine. You don't hard up, because honestly, I hardened up. My cheeks were like, so A lot of people came to my DM. I had to apologize to a few of my friends that I was away for a while. And I kid you not, a few of them they said, me too, I'm trying for UK, I'm trying for Canada, but I just have £1,000 remaining. I want to do my proof of fund. I don't have this. I don't have this. And immediately I started feeling guilty that Titi, you have £10,000 in your account. Why can't you help these people? I don't know. This kind of guilt just came inside me. And all of a sudden, I started withdrawing from my savings. And I started coming through for everybody 1,000, 2,000. In fact, I even borrowed somebody £3,000. I'm not making things up. I am not making things up. And before I knew it, my savings of £10,000 remained about 1,005. Mm-hmm. My savings of 10,000, I personally saved it, and it was remaining 1,005, and I've borrowed it out to people. And a lot of people came in, into the UK after I borrowed them the money. They were grateful, thank you, blah blah blah. I'm going to pay you back after this, that. And when some of them started paying me back, some of them started paying me with £50 every month, £20 every month. Then the money spoiled totally. Like it became nonsense. I was very, very, I felt guilty. That was the only reason why I did what I did, because I can practically tell them I don't have, and there's nothing that is going to happen to it. And I kid you not, black tax does not only mean that you're giving to your parent alone, it affects your friends and families too. It's not only about your mother and your father. Now, me personally, I really, really spread my wings. Like, I helped a lot of my friends, and it affected me in a big way. This particular person, I actually borrowed her £3,000, and I was asking for my money after she was already in the UK for like 3 months. And I messaged her, babe, what's up with my money now? You're not even saying anything, you're not even texting me again. I don't even have your UK number, it's only this Nigerian number I still have. We were very, very close, like we were very, very close friends. And I had to message her that, babe, what's up? We're not saying anything about my money. And I was like, I'm going to read our chat to you guys. I said, babe, what's up? How are you doing? How is school? How is everything in general? She replied me, fine. And I'm like, okay, oh, what's up with my money? You're not saying anything about it, and it's been a long time. And she said, I'll let you know when I have it. I was like, and I put question mark. Babe, what are you saying? Why are you giving me attitude? Why are you giving me one reply? And she said, nothing. And I'm like, why are you doing like this? I came through for you, and this is how you want to pay me back. And immediately she said, don't say this again. If you didn't do it, someone else would have done it. You are not God. You will be talking down on me because you helped me for a while. Haven't I helped you before? I can't remember when she actually helped me. I'm still trying to figure out when, but till now I can't remember. Wo, Alaye, leave me alone. Don't pressure me. I am not owing you for more than a year. It's just 3 months. You are now making yourself feel big. Immediately, I did something that made her to start sending my money to her, to me rather. And I'm going to say it. I don't know if I should say it, but then I made sure I dealt with it, because trust me, I am not an easy person. I made sure I showed her Pepe, and eventually she started paying me small, small. But that is not even what I'm trying to say. Now, what I'm trying to say is that if I was not guilt trip into helping people at my own advantage, because I had to remove from my savings, I'm sure I'm not going to meet myself in this kind of chat that she's telling me that I am not God. Yeah, I'm not God, but to an extent, I am the God that made you to enter the UK. And still yet, you're still telling me that I am not God. Now, there's another video I want us to listen to. Is from my favorite, one of my favorite pastors, Pastor Femi Lazarus. Please let's listen to it and we'll be back.
Let this be very clear in your mind. One person cannot solve family problems. You can't. Anybody who tries to become El Shaddai shall die. You have just one life. You can't solve all the problems. There are very few people that can accept your generosity and still understand that you are giving because you care, not because you have so much. 99.99% of people hold you to it, that you are giving because you have more than enough. It's a scamming system. And sometimes many people who are receiving don't know that this person has his own problems. He just has a heart. Let me give you a balance. In giving to people, never let them have the impression that you have more than enough. I know you are kind. I know you are good. It is kind people that die first in families. Responsibility kills them. Without wisdom, financial illiteracy looks like mercy, but they are not the same. If you are not financially smart, you will look merciful because you are throwing money around. Meanwhile, you just don't have plans. Your salary increased this year compared to last year, but your poverty rate is still the same thing. Some kind of problem knows when money enters your hand, and that's why you have to plan yourself. And of you have discovered that the moment small money start entering, that's when some uncles who you don't even know exist, sir, ma, you did not start the problem. You can't end it. Nobody should be guilt tripped for not giving. What if the person doesn't have? You cannot solve a problem you are a part of. One way to be a solution is to first detach yourself, then you can begin to solve. Don't give aid in a way that you too will soon need aid. Don't give yourself to too much giving and tax at home. Give with wisdom and do what you can continue. Don't promise what you can't do. Give in such a way that you will still be strong to repeat it.
Don't give aid. How did you put it? Don't give aid, so that you will not need aid. Can you imagine? Anyways, when it comes to black tax, I keep asking myself the same question: is it an honor or an obligation? Is black tax a responsibility or a form of exploitation? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't say you should not take care of your parents, because I understand we as Africans, our parents go through a lot of hustle, and a lot to send us to good schools, to give us the best education that they themselves they don't have. I understand that part, and to them they feel we're like an investment, and then we have to pay back. I don't have any issues with that, because obviously I take care of my mom, I take care of my grandmother. She's my baby. I can't do without not taking care of them. But if you know that anything is already choking you, and you feel you can't cope again, then I'm going to tell you that you should just withdraw yourself from it, because at the end of the day, it is your life that matters. Now, I was talking to a colleague of mine yesterday, because I was at work yesterday, and she saw one of my videos. She saw this particular wig, and she was like, "Ah, Titi, I love that wig that you used in your last video." And she said, "Where did I get it from?" I said, "I got it from Nigeria, from a vendor in Nigeria." And she said, "How much?" I told her I got it for 100K. And she said, 100K is much. I said, 100K, 100,000 naira. 100,000 naira right now is like £50. I'm like, what is £50? You're working now. This particular shit that you're doing, it is half money. It is half of £50. Why can't you afford to get yourself a good wig of 100,000 naira? It's like, you cannot understand, though. I have 10 siblings or whatever that she said. And I'm like, so because of you have siblings, you can't buy good things for yourself. You can't take care of yourself, which is very, very bad. She's doing overtime. She's doing overtime. She's doing day, night, because she has a lot of responsibility back home. And I kid you not, most of the people that are back home, they are living the life. Why you are here, you are suffering to take care of people that are really, really enjoying themselves back home. I don't have any issues with you taking care of your family. I've said it before. But then at the end of the day, use your brain. Use, like, just be careful, because before you know it, you'll be depressed. Now I have one more video that I want to show you guys of a particular. I saw this video randomly on TikTok. Okay, I'm going to play it now.
Some people have experienced depression because of black tax. Yes, I know a friend who has been severely depressed and has collapsed at work because of it. When you think that you are working so hard, but you yourself, you have nothing to show for it. You see, then you'll find that we are a group of people, maybe we are aged 22, we're working the same job, somebody has a car, some have an apartment, you have nothing to show for it. But you are at work every day from 8 till 5. But yeah, that's when they ask you, what are you doing with your money? Then
You don't have anything to show for it. And I remember a story that my grandmother told me about a particular family member of hers. Because I know that uncle to be like uncle abroad. That is what we call him. I think he stays in the UK. He's no more. He's dead now. I don't know him like personally, but I know I've read a lot about him. And he was in the UK for a very, very long time. Like he left Nigeria when he was very, very young. He came to the UK, then he was sending stuff home. He didn't take care of his wife, he didn't take care of his children. He was just basically, he just put his siblings on his head like this. He was taking care of his siblings, his brother, his sister, then parents, obviously. And he was making money and he was sending it to his brother, that his brother should be building houses. The brother was supposed to build two houses for him, actually. Then he was sending cars to Nigeria that the brother should be selling, because he said after a while he was going to relocate back to Nigeria. Then he sent about 200 cars to Nigeria for the brother to sell. He was sending car almost every month, and he was sending money for the brother to be building houses. Once in a while, he's going to call on video call to check the house, and the brother is going to show him a almost completed building. And after about 20 years, the man was ready to go back to Nigeria, as he already like set that target that he was going to go back to Nigeria after a while of hustling. Then he got to Nigeria. He wanted to surprise his family members. He didn't tell them. And he got to Nigeria and everybody was shocked. What are you looking for? You didn't tell us that you were coming. And when he got to Nigeria, after a while, after the old jolly jolly, he asked his brother, what's up with the cars that I've been sending? What's up with the house? Let us go and check it out. And I kid you not, the brother now said, actually, there's no house, there's no car. Immediately, he had a heart attack and he died at that spot. Like, it's a real story. I don't know the person personally, but at least I've been hearing about him for a long time. I've never seen him before, but I've been hearing about him. And my grandmother said he died immediately, because I had to tell my grandmother about my experience of earning here and I've squandered everything finish. And she told me, she said, see, you cannot solve everybody's problem. It's not possible for you to solve everybody's problem, or else you're going to die. You're going to kill yourself in the process. Anything that you know that you cannot give out, like give out that you forget, please don't borrow anybody. If you know that this thing that you're about to drop is going to harm you in any way, please don't do it. It's better people make enemy of you than for you to die, because if you should die, people are going to move on. So now it just make me to to start thinking, how did you actually handle black tax? Because so that you not feel guilty for not actually giving out. Now, the only way that I think it's possible for you to handle black tax is by setting your boundaries. This is what I have, this is what I don't have. Every month you can just say, okay, every month for the next 2 or 3 years, it is only £100 I'll be dropping, no matter what is happening in the family, even if fire is burning. This is just the money I can drop, because me, every month fire is burning my ash. But then what can I do about it? I am maintaining myself, because really this is how people get into depression. This is how people get frustrated. This is how people just slump and just die. This is how people start being miserable, because they have a lot of responsibility. This is why I tell people that most black people at work, they are not nice. Most black people, they are always miserable, let me put it that way, because they have too many things on their head. That is why me personally, you can say I'm being racist or wherever, I prefer to work with white than to work with my fellow black person, because white, I don't know, they just make life very easy for you when you're working with them, especially in care. I honestly prefer to work with white, because when you're working with your fellow black, you don't make things very, very hard and difficult, because they have too many things that they are thinking about. They have too many responsibilities. Now, they are doing a particular shift and they are thinking of the next shift, the next one. They are calculating the money they want to send at home. Their head is not always in one place. That's just the fact, because we have too many responsibilities on our head. And as I've said before, one person cannot solve the problem of the world. So this is me telling you to that, set the boundaries. Tell them, this is the only thing I have and this is the only thing I'll be dropping. If anything should happen, I'm not the only one that you give birth to. Please sort out yourself. So at the end of the day, it is left to you, but this is my own personal advice, that you should set your boundaries right and know when to say no, know when to say no is a complete sentence. I saw this like recently. on a particular video. No is a complete sentence. Like, don't add anything. Don't say no because no, just say no, and that is it. So thank you guys for sticking around with your girl, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.